It is good night. It's morning, it's evening, it's good day, it's good afternoon. All these greetings from South Africa. The time now it's 1:30 a.m. in South Africa. It's after midnight, an hour and a half after midnight. And like I mentioned in my previous live stream broadcast, that my times sometime will be flexible. But whatever moment I get, I will share something with you. Since we are currently having some important updates from the admin, and there's quite a number of activities going on within the Billion Coin community. And hi to all again. I see we have one person currently who is viewing our live stream. And the date today is the 24th of the 5th month, or you can say May 2018. And I would love to thank everyone, also the admin, with all those who attended our 21st Send Buttons meeting that was on Monday. And thank you all and all our new subscribers from the channel. And yes, our mission continues. Today, I would love to share something with you since we have quite a number of things to discuss within this community. Okay. So there's been quite a number of naysayers around about the delays whenever there is a breakdown or a delay in our operation. Then some people will tend to say anything, whatever they feel like saying, though not all of us. So I would like us to discuss about that as well and find out what are other mechanisms can be applied individually in order to not to dent our image at the end of the day. When I say to dent our image, I mean the very same ones who are becoming negative during these difficult times or breakdowns or delays are actually denting themselves. They are not really denting us, TBC community. Also the naysayers, they are not denting us, they are denting themselves, because we must remember that these people or these members who are doing that, first, before they become what they are currently, they preached good about this community of TBC. They said good things. They recruited many communities into the Billion coin. They said good things about Bitcoin. I mean, sorry, the Billion coin. And after a while, they are the very ones who are saying a negative thing about TBC and not considering that their constituency will eventually how can I put it? They won't believe them anymore or trust them anymore because they said good things before, and currently they are now saying a negative thing about the very same community that they are involved with. So you see, these people are now driving two things at the same time. Now, how will their constituency trust them or believe them? Those are the things that I would like us to discuss. Some, they say they're currently going through the financial constraints. That is why they are saying whatever they are saying negative about TBC. Some, they say they did not understand this mission in full. Some, they're saying much, something that is completely negative towards this community. Okay. We have shared, explained many examples about the Bitcoin, how it started, and what transpired during that process to date. And in TBC, how do we differ between Bitcoin and TBC, and why? We explain that over and over again. Okay, so I would say we explain much about these cryptocurrencies, meaning Bitcoin and TBC. Okay. Yes, we cannot keep on dwelling on one thing over and over again, as if we don't know exactly what we are talking about. And what I like about the Billion Coin community, we don't force people to share or to have our free gifts. No, we don't. We represent it as is, and then the choice will be up to an individual to decide. Okay. We have education blog where we learn many things from the day TBC was launched. We've been sharing almost everything, okay? And we are still encouraging many people to visit the blog, since we all know that even the non-members of TBC, they do consult with the blog. That we know. Why I'm saying this, because within the members of TBC, we have families, relatives, friends. So sometimes when you read the blog, someone is next to you, or maybe you love to demonstrate or share something with your friends or colleagues or siblings or whoever. So you open the blog and share. So in that way, we still have non-TBC members who are sharing our blog. And as soon as we do the opposite, some of non-members will start asking questions but according to your manifesto in TBC, it says this. Why now are you preaching an opposite? You know, things like that. It does happen a lot. Okay. And we are not shaken or threatened by these naysayers because our mission in TBC, it's straightforward. We don't need to use a straight laser in order to straighten it. But the system of the billion coin, it's currently working itself forward because of the effort that the membership has injected in supporting the whole process. Okay. So let's touch something about the attitude. Okay. Remember that attitudes are contagious, or an attitude, it's contagious. Okay. In what way? It can be positive or negative. Okay. So the question is, us being the members in the Billion Coin, what kind of an attitude are we spreading around? Okay. These days, there is this discussion going around about the merchants, and that question was derived from the send buttons, meaning send buttons that are currently active. So some, they say they can't make use of that. So they are still waiting for someone to come and tell them what to do, you know. So that's where we find these questions of what kind of attitude are we spreading around about TBC, okay? And when we speak or when we make a comment, does it inspire or bring others down? So 2 questions there. Does it inspire or bring others down? Okay. And since we members are contagious, so are we really spreading fear or doubts to non-TBC communities? Okay. And hopefully joy or hope. So these things that I'm mentioning, we need to ask ourselves, okay, then individually you will know where do you feature, okay, or what do you do during your presentations of online or offline, okay. And then who actually is determining your attitudes? Yourself, right? No one will come and determine that, but you yourself should know that whatever you do, that will be from your within, okay, or from you, okay. Now, There's some examples that the admin once shared with us, like the glass of water half empty or half full. Then that was our choice. Okay, so like I said, when admin introduced the education block, they knew what they were doing, because a movement or a system without a guide, then there's gonna be a problem to run it or to grow a community within that system. So there has to be a manual at the end of the day, whether it's a revenue institution or a bank, revenue institution, talking about the tax office, okay, and anything that is under the sun in business, okay. So we find another two groups of people, okay. We find losers and we find winners, okay. So in most cases, when we look at the winners, okay, they pay attention to their own attitudes, okay. And secondly, under winners, they also recognize that they do influence all of the people that come in contact with them, okay. And thirdly, they forever pursue positive results, and they are very careful in choosing their words, okay. Remember, attitudes are contagious. These things, before we utter them, we have to sit down first and rethink all over again what you are about to say. And is it going to benefit others, or is it going to bring doubts or destroy whoever? So we have to think and choose our words carefully, okay. And then I'm still on winners, okay, not losers. Yeah. Winners, they want people around them to take action in a positive way, so that everyone can enjoy the good fruits. Okay, remember the apple tree. Okay, in one of the latest articles in the blog, where they were showing a young apple tree and the mature apple tree. So the winners, they make sure that they choose their friends or counterparts carefully, and from there they encourage their associates in spreading the very same word of encouragement. That's how winners do their things, okay. But as for the losers, we already know, we have seen many examples. We saw them on the Facebook and YouTube. Some they're trying to introduce their own videos, saying negative things. So even with Bitcoin, many things have been said about Bitcoin. So that is why whenever we share, at times we we will refer to Bitcoin, because we saw those things openly and on the social medias too, Okay. So in life, we have to focus on what we want in order to get it. But it doesn't just come like that. There are also principles. I've shared with you 3 of the principles. Even on the last live stream video, if you replay it, about the leverage, I've explained that. Even the video before that, I've tried to repeat that many times so that we can be together in understanding. Okay. So now I'm gonna touch up now, not much on the losers, but just a little bit. And it's something that most of us know. Okay. Right. With the losers, okay, they tend to focus on what they don't want. On what they don't want. That's where their focus is. But to focus on what they want, sorry, it's a trend. They don't love to do that. Okay. And then they are surprised that their lives are filled with misery. You see, they don't focus in what they want, and they're also surprised when their lives are filled with misery. they are surprised, So, and thirdly, they won't take responsibility for manifesting the bad parts of their lives. No, they won't do that. Okay. So I've just explained about the losers. Okay. But at the end of the day, both winners and the losers, it is our choice. It is our life. So we have to take charge of our lives, okay? Because we also shared something in relation to that today on Stephen Covey's live stream today, that if one wants to be healthy, wealthy, and wise, then that particular one should take full responsibility, right, for every thought, word, and action that he or she produce. Okay. So there's a lot that we can share, but I don't love to devour everything during our live stream. I love to work within the given time, 30 minutes, and then questions, extra 15 minutes if needs be. But if not, then we cut out. We will share other things as well in our next live stream, since we are joining others during their live stream. It doesn't matter how many viewers are there, and so, but at the end of the day, we have to support each other. Okay. So being in the Billion Coin, guys, we have to take responsibility. And when we set up the expectations in the Billion Coin, and we must do that properly. Okay. So that's what I'm asking. And I'm also looking forward to see from over 3.2 it's over 3.2 million in membership. I'm also looking forward to see at least 50% of the entire membership live streaming. That's my dream. I will be I don't know how can I put it, but I'll be very much obliged to see 50% at least, or 1 million broadcasting, because we have already laid the foundation about our TBC system. So let me go to top chat and see who are we sharing with today. Hi, David Jones from Caribbean. Hi again, brother. I haven't been joining you guys now lately. Sometimes I see you when you broadcast. It's after midnight in South Africa. So let me get a power, guys. So, but I'm glad you're here. And hi, TBC Doctor. Good to see you again. Hi, Stephen Coffey. Yeah. Good to see you again, brother. Oh, thanks. Stephen Coffey is saying what we shared today in his live stream broadcast was incredible. Thanks. I was not aware. I just came, and whenever I'm with you guys, things just come out. Things that I've already gone through from the blog. So I feel that who are the right people to share with, meaning everyone who's live streaming with us, our visitors, our leaders. You know, it's a good thing. But thanks again. I will encourage Stephen Coffey again to go through this replay in this live stream video, meaning after. Since you came in, let me see, in less than 10 minutes ago, but thanks for being here. And then we have Goldie Flowers from NYC. Thanks again. You're welcome anytime. Yeah, so I cannot, like I said, I cannot exhaust this live stream, but I'm glad that everyone is here. Last but one, and thanks again to the admin for the solution on the wallets, the registration, though they are still working on some things within the nodes. I mean, the servers, okay. And when I go through the latest article, I picked up that it was complementing with one of the articles last week that the 111 members are the ones who have nearly caused the new system to crash because of they did not apply or follow the instructions. So I also picked up that on today's article that those who migrated already, they will have to go back and redo the whole process again. Okay, so let us let us try to work with admin let us be self-disciplined. I know that most of us are self-disciplined, but let us encourage that over and over again, because as soon as we are self-disciplined, and then it will be more easier for everyone to take instruction. As soon as we take instructions, then we won't cause what is ours to crash. Okay. Yesterday and day before, in passing, I just listened to the comments about the bank, and I just laughed because I knew that what the admin has introduced to us, they never lied to us, but they never lied to us. They've never caused any delay to our system, but it is some of us who are causing that. And at the end of the day, some of us tend to ignore that, thinking that we won't pick up that. Look, we know if we did follow the instructions accordingly, all of us, we wouldn't have been where we are now by these delays. But because our admin is so loving to this community, so they always find ways and come up with a solution. You know, we read the article. It's still giving us more options that we can transact. If it's not confirming, give it some time. You can check it later or within 24 hours or after 24 hours. It will give you another second option on how to go about the transactions. It is not all about us exchanging kringles for $100. There's more. In my country, South Africa, there are currently people who are paying their rental and other things through TBC. If you didn't know, they have this deal that every month, if the rent is due, then they will pay the equivalent with kringles. They've signed that deal on paper. There's a blueprint about that, because some of the landlords, they've accepted TBC. So when we pay these landlords with kringles, the landlord, it's actually filling up wealth in his or her coffers, you see? So we will use TBC in many ways. Some, maybe in the near future, they will be paying their motor vehicles installments with TBC. We have already started exchanging TBC for goods and services, even in South Africa, United States, Cameroon, Nigeria, the Philippines, Papua New Guinea, many places. So thanks again to the admin for what they've done, though they are still working on other things, meaning nodes, okay, to get things right, okay? So let us work with admin and let us listen and follow the instructions. Okay, let me see here. Okay. Stephen Caffey is saying self-discipline and patience is vital in the Billion Coin. Correct, brother, absolutely. And then Goldie Flowers say it only shows the paid page and there is only the account and profile in the menu. if you go to the article, you don't read it once, read it with an understanding, okay? Or if you don't understand it at all, touch base with your sponsor or upliner for further understanding. But because what is important is that, do we read this article with an understanding, and do we read them in order to get learned, or we are just making someone happy? So please, Goldie, go back, read it. If you need help, touch base with your sponsor. It will explain about that, the whole process of the new arrangement, okay, about wallets. And then TBC Doctor, he's saying, yes, exactly, too many impatient members and thinking they miss out on something. Yeah, that's true. I agree with you. Yeah. And then thanks again, TBC Doctor. And then Goldie saying, then my send button, it was on last week, but now it's off. Okay. The way I see these things, some of the things during this upgrades, not upgrades, sorry, during this technical problem, some of the things might be affected, though admin cannot give us the whole thing, but they link up within the system. Okay. And then David saying, okay, he's asking a question here. How long have you been involved with TBC? What you are describing only shows up when your yearly subscription fee becomes due. Yeah, on that, I was in another province in Free State Province, South Africa. Some members, they picked up, actually it's like, it was like a reminder to them. So they went through their KCBO on your account. So they picked up that they were due to, their accounts were due, okay? So they had to update that before they started the process of migration. Yeah, thanks, David, for that. Yeah, because if your account is not paid, you won't migrate. And yesterday on that latest article, I picked up another thing also, that let us try to opt for a high priority fees. I don't know, most of you have seen that. So if we opt for that high priority fees, it will speed up the whole process. But if we opt for low, it might take a while, okay? And remember, migration, it's only 90 days, okay? So Goldie Flowers saying it will make a year in July. Okay, if that is the case, Goldie, you can create a ticket to support. They'll help you out, okay? But as soon as you do that, they will be aware and they will help you out on that, okay? David saying, in other words, ID you have paid, you may need to fill out the payment issues form to show proof of payment, and then they will give your account status as paid. Yes. When you go to KCBO, when you log into your KCBO, and then you go to your account, right at the bottom, there's a blue message. So that message, when you click on it, it will take you to the page that David is talking about right away. And then you just fill up the email, or no, not the email. No, not the email. The transaction ID, the BTC address, the amount. Yeah, I think, and then you can go down and continue. It will automatically go to the support, and then I think they won't even take long. It will update. Okay. Okay, let's see again. David is saying this has happened to some of my folks as well. Yeah, thanks, David. Yeah. That's what I've picked up over the weekend. Yeah. And then let's continue with David again, saying just use the payment issues form to upload the proof that you paid, and they will post your status as paid. Thanks, David, again. Yeah, on that page, okay, there is a place where it says browse, meaning you can browse for the file, a proof of payment. You can screenshot the proof of payment and save it somewhere. Then when you go to browse, you must name that file. So when you go to browse, you can retrieve the file that you've saved and attach it there. It surely that will speed up your query. Okay. David again saying yes, David. Yeah. Then you will get your send button turned back on, and that's it. Okay, Gold is saying okay, thanks for help. Yeah, just follow those steps, and then if you have a problem, you can also replay this live stream video, then pause it somewhere in order to read through what we have shared concerning the send button, okay, and how to follow other steps. Yeah. Okay, my fellows, the time now it's 02:12 a.m. South African time. It's a.m. in the morning. The date is still the 24th, May 2018. I thank you all again for joining us today. I'm about to retire now, 8 hours. So I'll be awake after 8 hours, and then I'll share with you again. But my fellows, don't despair. We are at the right place. And sometimes, yes, we get frustrated, not because of TBC. As human beings, imperfect human beings, there will be times whereby we get frustrated with so many activities. It's life, that's how it is. But never despair, okay? And let us make sure that we position ourselves accordingly, and we make our choices in TBC properly, okay? And let us not forget also that attitudes are contagious. And if we are not disciplined, we won't come any closer to success. And secondly, I will say last but one, this discipline from individual, it goes to your business, because TBC, it's actually business, our business. Everyone who is a member here has that business already. So how to run it? We have live streams, we share, we have education blog, we liaise with anyone who is in a position to share, okay? So we must also be disciplined on that area, business-wise. And if we are disciplined individually, then we'll be disciplined in business. And then as soon as we are disciplined in business, then we'll be in a position to take control of our finances. And as soon as our finances are under control, then that will lead us to success. Okay. And lastly, that leverage, its power. So we don't have to fear leverage. It can work to our advantage. It can also work against our plans. It depends how do we apply it, in a negative way or in a positive way. And thanks again, my loving TBCians. I love you all, and I'm looking forward to share with you. You want to touch base with me after here? On the description section, there are my contacts, their email, touch base, and then I will immediately come back to you. And I would say good morning. Let me go and retire in order to recover. Thank you. Bye.